Curtis Ellis is on the line with us. He's a political communications consultant and writer with WorldNet Daily, the well-known conservative website. He's the communications director with the American Jobs Alliance. Their website is obamatrade.com, which I have been flogging and promoting unashamedly both on radio and TV. It is the perfect site for any conservative or any Republican to understand what I call the Southern Hemisphere Asian Free Trade Agreement, SHAFTA. The administration refers to it as the Trans-Pacific Partnership, the TPP. What do you think, Curtis?
I love it.
Yeah.
Southern Hemisphere Asian Free Trade Agreement, SHAFTA.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I'd thought of that. We just thought of Obama trade.
Yeah. Well, Obama trade is great because it's going to cause any Republican to go, huh? Just like Obamacare. But tell us
to find out what's in it.
Yeah, exactly. It's you've got two funny things on your website. It's one, you've got a picture of the president. If you like your job, you can keep it. Of course, famously referring to his comment about health insurance. And the other one is Congress has to pass it to find out what's in it. And it's true. They're both true. And I'm curious how the Obama trade meme, the thought virus, the brand is sticking in conservative and Republican circles, Curtis.
Well, Rush Limbaugh referred to it as Obama trade on Friday. He was on his show, and he's saying Obama trade, odds are Obama trade is bad for America, and America's going to take it in the shorts with Obama trade. And what's that guy's name? Matt Drudge. The Drudge Report has been flogging it consistently for the past couple of weeks. He picked it up, and he, in screaming headlines, the main headline on his page is about Obama trade, not today, but on Friday and Thursday. So the meme is catching on. In these circles, if you've got Matt Drudge and you've got Rush Limbaugh, you've got a pretty big megaphone.
Yeah, and I understand Mark Levin has been all over this too.
Oh yeah, and Laura Ingraham as well.
Yeah. So what I've been telling people is, I'm a liberal and a progressive, and I'm opposed to TPP, SHAFTA, Obama trade. You're a conservative. You're opposed to it. But I've been telling people, call your member of the House of Representatives, because this is where the action is going to happen now. We had 12 Democrats cave in and give in to all but 5 of the Republicans in the Senate and pass both the unconstitutional fast track trade promotion authority and pass the TPP, if my understanding of last week's vote was correct. So now it's in the House, and so what I'm telling people is when you call 202-225-3121, which is the switchboard for Congress, and if you're not sure who your House member is, just give me your zip code. They'll tell you. You can ask, is that a Democrat or a Republican? And if it's a Democrat you're calling, just say, I'm opposed to this TPP deal and opposed to the fast track authority, and I hope you'll consider my opposition when you vote. I'm a voter in your congressional district. If you're talking to a Republican, though, you should say I'm opposed to Obama trade and to the unconstitutional giving away of by Congress of its powers. What do you think, Curtis? Am I advising people well?
I think you're pretty much on the right track. It's look, why would any conservative want to fast-track a deal that Obama has written, a deal that they can't study and can't amend? That makes no sense. But we tell people to call Congress. On the American Jobs Alliance site, we have an action page, and you ask for the legislative assistant on trade. If the person now, I think it's heating up to the point where the gal or guy who answers the phone is probably keeping a tally sheet.
Yep.
And you just say, I want Congressman to vote no on fast track. You give them your name, give them your address, so they know you're a voter in their district, and you tell them where you want them to vote.
Right.
We have heard from members' offices. In some offices, it's running 450-1 against fast track.
Wow.
And this is in a Republican district.
Wow.
I was talking to someone in Ted Cruz's office in Texas. It was running 10-1 against fast track.
If that's the case, why are all these Republicans voting for it, Curtis?
Beating on that.
If that's the case, I mean, this is not, the president's a Democrat, and he's been leading this charge. But in Congress, The Democrats are opposed to it, particularly the powerful Democrats. I mean, Chuck Schumer and Harry Reid in the Senate were totally opposed to this. In the House of Representatives, the largest or second largest entire caucus in the House is the House Progressive Caucus, and to a person they're opposed to it. Why are Republicans supporting Obama trade?
Well, the same reason President Obama is, I suspect. Though President Obama's got a bit of the narcissism in there. He wants a legacy. He wants to leave a legacy and go down in the history books of having concluded the largest trade agreement in American history. The Republican leadership wants this because it's a Chamber of Commerce thing. The multinational Chamber of Commerce, known as the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, misleadingly labeled, they and the Wall Street boys, they want this. This is part of the open borders agenda. Erase borders, erase nations, let these corporations, let these multinationals have free reign anywhere in the world, get taxpayer subsidized insurance, which is what this ISDS investor clause is. I mean, look, if you're afraid of your property being nationalized in Vietnam, either A, don't invest in Vietnam, or B, buy insurance.
Right.
But no, we're going to set up this kangaroo court system. Instead, that's a giveaway. It's another bailout to the Fortune 50, and that's who owns John Boehner and Mitch McConnell. And I could be snarky and say maybe Mitch's father-in-law is also influencing him on this. Mitch McConnell, married to Elaine Chao. Elaine Chao's father, head of a huge Chinese shipping company, went to school with Wen Jiabao, with the leadership of the Chinese Communist Party.
Really?
The man who gave Mitch McConnell $25 million as a wedding gift, so he's bought and paid for. But you see, in the elite circles, whether it's the Republican Party or Harvard, like where our president went to school, the belief is there are no such things as borders. It is one big world. We should, nationalism is bad. Nationalism is what leads to wars. So if we just get rid of nations, we're going to have utopia.
Right.
And it is the most misguided, utopian, just ridiculous thought. And
I totally agree.
It goes back to the Cobdenites of Great Britain, of the British Empire, and it was proven wrong there. Britain is now a fifth-rate power because they followed free trade, and now the United States is going to follow in the.
Oh, we already are. Well, 1/7 of all assets in the United States are now foreign-owned. When Reagan came into office, it was virtually a meaningless fraction. But now, 35 years of free trade, promoting free trade. Through a number of administrations, every single president has been on board with this. Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, now
We're
Obama.
not supposed to care about that, Tom. We're not supposed to care about foreign-owned because there are no such thing as nations.
Yeah,
see?
right.
The shareholders of Goldman Sachs know no nationality.
Right.
They could be Chinese. They could be Bruneian. They could be Brazilian. It doesn't matter. You see, it's only the rubes like us that care about nations.
Yeah.
That care about our neighbors, that maybe would feed our own family before we'd feed our neighbor's family.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, Curtis. We're talking with Curtis Ellis, the guy who put together ObamaTrade.com. Yeah, I say this about the Republican Party, but it's true of some in the Democratic Party, and in this context, it's really a problem. And that is that there's really basically only three kinds of people. There's the billionaires, there's the well-paid shills for the billionaires, and there's the suckers. Right?
That's right. That's right. And look, patriotism is for the suckers.
Yeah.
You get a lump in your throat when you sing the Star-Spangled Banner. You sign up for the military and you become cannon fodder in some war over in the Middle East. That's for the suckers. The smart people know. The smart people go to school, become hedge fund guys or something.
Right. Which is equally destructive, equally insane. Okay, the website is ObamaTrade.com. I strongly recommend you check it out. Curtis Ellis, political communications consultant and writer over also at WorldNet Daily, communications director with the American Jobs Alliance. Curtis, I wish you the very best, my friend.
Thank you.